Lenawee Sports has arrived in Tiger Country tonight as the boys of Hudson welcome the Onsted Wildcats in an LCAA matchup. Lenawee Sports coverage of the high school varsity basketball starts right now, only on LSN.
Davis bounced it off his head, and I don't think that was an accident.
We've got a tie atop the LCAA standings.
Count that baby in a foul.
The first time they've been there in 61 years. Morency is going to the President's Center.
And I think this is pretty much over.
Blissfield Royals, district champions.
Lenawee Sports and the Michigan High School Athletic Association proudly presents High School Varsity Basketball. Tonight, the Onsted Wildcats are looking to put an end to their two-game losing streak with a win against the 8-3 Hudson Tigers. And as always, it's all part of the season-long race to our state championship. Good evening, friends. I'm Zach Higgins alongside Juve Burciaga. We got a great game tonight, don't we, Juve?
Yeah, Zach, I know. We have Onsted, who's coming from a loss, two-time loss here against Hudson, who has been amazing in the past games and have an amazing record. So it's definitely going to be an interesting game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but it's definitely going to be something that, we're going to have a good game here with Onsted and Hudson here tonight.
And Hudson is number 2 in the LCAA. How do you think Onsted is going to knock them off tonight?
I think by talking with the coach, I think that they're going to be able to be very aggressive and be very smart about their skills with against Hudson tonight. It's going to take a lot of effort, but I think that Onsted has the opportunity to do it.
We're just getting warmed up. When we come back, Juve will talk with Onsted head coach after this. You're watching High School Varsity Basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the Lenawee Sports Network. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the MHSAA and the Lenawee Sports Network.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive, sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers, helping student athletes develop,
while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should be positive role models and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
I'm here with head coach Maska for the Onsted Wildcats. Coach, coming in from a 2-game losing streak, how prepared are you for this game?
We're ready to go. We've had a couple tough losses and a tough one at Dundee last Friday, so hopefully we can get back on track tonight. It's going to be a tough test tonight against a very good Hudson team that's had a very good year. Coach Comstock's done a tremendous job with these kids. They work very hard, and we're excited to try to get back on track tonight.
Travis Hill had 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals last game. What are you expecting from him tonight?
Travis has been one of our Energizer bunnies along with Harrison Worker, our 2 little guards. So hopefully they can turn their guards over tonight, and we can get some transition baskets, get some easy baskets so we don't have to rely on knocking down shots against their tough matchup zone tonight.
As well as Travis Hill, you also have Ethan Hunt and Harris Worker. How have they impacted the team as a whole?
All of them have done a lot of really good things, along with James Dietrich and Carson Davis, our starting 5 guys. We're hoping all of them click on the same cylinders tonight. We've had a couple guys that have good games, a couple guys that have rough games, so we're hoping all of them click tonight and we can get back on the winning track.
Thank you, Coach. Stay right there. Zach will be back to talk with Hudson's head coach after this. You're watching High School Varsity Basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
I'm here with Hudson's head coach, Coach Comstock. Who are you looking for to lead your team today to victory?
Well, John Ladd's been our most consistent, best player all year, and he's a guy that can stretch the defense and make some threes, and he also can score inside. And Josh Holder, who's our second leading scorer, is a guy that can score off the dribble and even hit some threes. So those two guys will be our offensive threats.
What have you guys been doing in practice to kind of prepare for this game?
Well, we're constantly working on taking care of the basketball. I'd be very surprised if Onsted doesn't come after us, try and pressure us on the full court and get after us. So we want to be sure we take care of the ball, handle the press, and do a good job against their pressure.
Thank you for the time, Coach.
No problem.
We'll be back with the anthem and introductions after this. You're watching High School Varsity Basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun.
Come on, go for cake.
Cakes for everyone. Just one stack is what it takes. And it's go for cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more Gopher cakes. Empty the box, then reload. Eat those Gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Starting for Onsted, a senior, number 2, Carson Davis. Starting for the Tigers, sophomore, number 10, Drew Merrick. Starting for Onsted, number 5, senior, James Dietrich. Starting for the Tigers, junior, number 11, Josh Holder. For Onsted, number 20, senior, Harrison Worker. For the Tigers, senior, number 12, Andrew Valdez. And rounding out the lineup tonight for Onsted, junior, number 24, Ethan Hunt. For the Tigers, sophomore, number 22, Carter Newhoff. The head coach of the Onsted Wildcats, Brad Maska, and the Tigers are coached by Mark Comstock.
Before this game gets underway, we would like to thank our sponsors, DNP Communications. They have been part of the growing foundation of LISD TV and LSN Sports since it started in 2014. DNP Communications, proudly serving Southeast Michigan with cable, internet, and voice. I'm Huva Berciaga with my co-anchor here, Zach. Zach, we have a good game going on right now for us.
Yeah, Hudson and Onsted. Onsted coming off of a 2-game losing streak, trying to snap that tonight. It's going to be an exciting one, Huve.
Definitely, and definitely with Hudson with their streak, 8-3 overall, and in the LCAA 5-2. So definitely some work that's got to go in for Onsted here. Tip off, and Onsted had just won the tip off.
And looks like Hudson's coming right out of the gates in a 3-2 zone for their defense.
Definitely, you see that a lot more in high school ball, and it obviously seems to work there, Zach.
Yeah, and they're not letting Onsted getting anywhere, but they do get the floater.
First point, Onsted on the board.
Basket by Travis Hill to open the scoring.
Onsted trying to trap the ball in the corner.
Good ball movement by Hudson over here.
And you think defense is going to be the key to this game?
I think defense is going to be a key component in this game. I mean, games been lost and won by defenses, so I think it comes down to whoever has the better defense here. And just right there, we see a steal by Onsted. Beautiful conversion with another layup. 4 points, 4-0, Onsted.
And we're seeing exactly right now from the varsity what we saw from the JV earlier today. The full court press, not letting Hudson get anywhere. The steals.
Another steal. Goes up for another layup. Onsted. Number 1, Travis Hill. Timeout, Hudson. Wow, that is this quick, not even 2 minutes into the first.
We're going to throw it to break. You're watching LSN, you're home for Lenawee Sports.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
May I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
And we're back. Hudson just gave up the ball on a turnover, and Onsted bringing it down the court now. Ooh, good down low pass. I mean, Onsted has been seeing these passes down low. I mean, as we've seen so far, getting those down low shots.
And as you see, we have number 34 over here, big guy. And I think that's who they're going to try and get it to this game.
Will Connard at 6'3", yes. I mean, definitely trying to get that post up down low, trying to create some opportunities. Onsted, very aggressive coming out of the gate. Already full court pressing. I mean,
another steal.
Amazing steal. So close. Another second chance, and it goes. Wow. Again, Travis Hill on fire right now, Zach.
That was an amazing shot. He's got some acrobatic skills.
Definitely one of their hustlers and trying to make plays instead of just wait for them to happen.
Do you think he's going to be a key player in this game?
I think he already has been. I mean, he's scoring all these points. Definitely someone to look out for in the third and fourth quarter. 3-pointer from Hudson, their first points on the board.
And, I mean, that's good for Hudson, but, that's their first points in almost 2 minutes into this game. That's not good.
They definitely got to keep up. They got to be more aggressive with their ball movement and definitely getting more points. Another 3-pointer. No, pass down low. Straight up, and it's no good. Rebound by Onsted. It goes down, and it's a jump ball. Looks like someone's down.
Looks like he is hurt. Something with his shoulder. He seems to be massaging his shoulder over there. That cannot be good.
it seems when number 12 on Hudson, when he came down, when he came down, he grabbed number 1, Travis Hill, and brought him, or I'm sorry, yes, number 1, Travis Hill, he brought him down with him, and he's still on the floor now. Look, I think the athletic trainer's looking at his neck or something.
And as he's on the floor getting checked out, we are going to throw it to break. You are watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire, but you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
And we are here with high school varsity basketball. Number 1,
Travis Hill.
Travis Hill just got up from looks to be either a collarbone or a shoulder injury. And, you know, in high school sports, we never look for that. That is never good, especially if these athletes want to, you know, continue their career into college and possibly even above.
Definitely, and when he came down on that, he came down real hard. It was a jump ball eventually in the end, and Onsted came out with the ball. But I hope he's better. I hope he's better because he was definitely putting up points in that first 2 minutes alone.
James Dietrich with the basket.
And, you know, if it was me and my one of my best players on the team just got hurt, I'm going to play a heck of a lot harder for him.
Definitely. We'll see if the Onsted Wildcats try and pick it up here. Definitely being a little more aggressive, I could see. And
they're going to have to pick it up with, again, one of their key players missing now.
Onsted are out. Ooh, the ball got stuck in between the rim and the board. I mean, that rarely happens, but it's definitely a sight to see.
You do not see that very often. That's kind of funny.
Definitely interesting. So the ball will be Hudson's now, inbounding it, as Onsted still continues to ease up on the full court pressing, but still doing it. Kind of putting that pressure there on Hudson.
Yeah, and I think they're going to keep that up all game long because, you know, it seems to have been working so far.
Definitely throws them off their game and just shows right there, missed shot by Hudson. Onsted with the ball. Fast break. No. Rebound by Hudson.
That was
back
a
the other way.
Nice pass by Onsted, but they just did not get the finish.
They did not convert. Ooh. Steal. Wow.
And number 5 from Onsted just came ramming into the crowd.
James Dietrich going after that ball real hard, not even caring where the out-of-bounds line was, just trying to save that ball.
Yeah, and he almost ran into us.
Amazing effort. Amazing effort.
Onsted still putting a whole lot of pressure on this Hudson defense.
Oh.
Or offense.
Nice hustle, Harrison.
Shot up by number 1 on Hudson. Hits the rim. Rebounded by number 12. And there's a foul.
Looks like it was on the floor before the shot. Hudson will obtain the ball.
That's something, you know, we have to talk about too, is how aggressive do you think this game's about to get? I mean, because there's obviously a lot of energy right now from Onsted, and I think Hudson is trying to catch up with them. So, you know, do you think there's going to be a lot more energy coming into definitely the second and even third and fourth quarters?
Oh, definitely. There's going to be a lot of hard playing in every game, but this one right now with Onsted trying to come off of that 2-game losing streak, and against this tough Hudson team, you know, there's going to be a lot of aggressiveness, and there's going to be players down, there's going to be fouls, but, you know, that's just the game of basketball.
And it seems to be definitely working for Onsted right now, up 10-3, with a three-pointer just made by number 3 on Onsted. I mean, they've definitely been having the point-scoring game down right now, and their defensive game is on lockdown as well. There's a three-pointer by Hudson right there, answered back.
Josh Holder with a triple.
Yeah,
Josh Holder.
We're hearing about this 2-game losing streak by Onsted, but, we're not seeing that here. We're seeing
It's a completely new team.
Yeah, we're seeing a strong defense, aggressive offense, getting those second chance points. The three-pointers are falling. The layups are falling. Everything is falling. And, right now, I'm seeing a completely new team from Onsted.
Definitely. Hudson bringing up the ball now. Trying to make something happen here. Finds a man down low, goes into the paint, gets the bucket and the foul.
And, just because he is so big, I think he's going to have a big impact on this game too, being down low, getting those and ones, and that's gonna play a key factor in this game.
Yeah, Hudson's number 12, Andrew Valdez at 6'5", amazing height, great post-up position there, and got the and 1 point. Makes the point. Beautiful conversion by Hudson there. 3-point by Onsted, and man, they're just on fire today. I mean, their inside game inside the paint is amazing, and now they're starting to work their way outside behind the arc to try and get something even bigger. That's amazing.
This Onsted team has everything. They got the size, they got the strength, they got the aggressiveness, they got the shot. Everything's working for them right now.
It's definitely not the team you would have saw last week or the week before that.
Definitely not.
Davis scoring for the Tigers.
Onsted gets a pass in the paint, goes up, rebound by Hudson. Oh, there's a struggle.
There. And like we said before, this aggressiveness is just keep coming, and it's not letting up.
Definitely. I mean, especially with how Onsted came out. They came out very aggressive and very,
And we see Travis Hill coming through the sideline with ice on his shoulder and a wrap, walking out the doors. So we'll see what comes of that.
Definitely not good when one of your players, any player, is hurt on your team. I mean, he was putting up amazing points in the very first quarter and the first minutes. So to have a player like that be iced and wrapped up and walking out of the locker room like that, he's got to hope for the best for him.
Yeah.
And hope that this Onsted team, picks up the slack.
And it looks like they are with 2 consecutive three-pointers.
Ethan Hunt
leading Hudson now 19-11.
Onsted up, yes, I agree. Hudson is making a comeback now. They've been down, by a lot more at the beginning, but definitely coming back now.
Yeah, they were down 6-0 with almost 2 minutes gone in the game.
Definitely trying to close that gap here. Onsted has the ball. Definitely using that outside passing game, trying to move the ball and get something open.
Number 24 splits the defense for the layup.
Good drive and the conversion. Nothing better than going to the basics of definitely having that drive and layup. Onsted with the ball now.
Hudson trying to get something going here with this Onsted defense.
Oh, good block by Onsted. Loose ball, someone's trying to grab it. Onsted picks it up and fast breaks down the court. Passes it up. Right behind the arch, goes for a three. And it's good.
Three-pointer by Nick Phillips.
This Onsted, like we said, I cannot stress it enough, has been on fire with everything. It's crazy.
Amazing. Their aggression out the gate, and now their accuracy with some of their shots now. Just amazing what Onsted's doing. And you could definitely tell they have practiced a lot for this game and definitely are trying to get rid of their 2-game losing streak.
Back in for Onsted, Carson Davis.
And, as I'm looking at the floor here, I'm looking at, Onsted's Ethan Hunt and
Hudson's
Andrew Valdez, and that's going to be an interesting matchup tonight. Both 6'5" with a whole lot of power. And we are going to throw it to break now with 8 minutes, or at the end of the first quarter. You're watching LSN. You're home for Lenawee Sports.
Go for a mouthful, go for the fun. Go for cake. Cakes for everyone. Just one stack is what it takes, and it's go for cakes. Open wide, stuff your face. There's always room for more Gopher cakes. Empty the box, then reload. Eat those Gopher cakes till you explode.
Exercised lately?
Till you explode.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Before the second quarter gets underway, we want to thank our superintendents, administrators, and instructors at the LISD Tech Center. We have many technical and college-bound programs for students throughout the Lenawee County School District. The Tech Center offers everything from engineering to dental aid, robotics, to culinary arts. 26 programs in all. We really get a chance to try a career path and even get college credits before we graduate. The Tech Center is where your future begins. Welcome back here to high school varsity basketball, where Onsted is leading the Hudson Tigers 24-14.
I mean, this has just been amazing by Onsted. They've had a great defense, and they're having such a great offensive game, too. I mean, I honestly don't see it slowing down right now.
Yeah, they're just going crazy. And again with another aggressive drive to the basket.
In the paint with people on him, he didn't even care. He just got that bucket.
He had almost all 5 of Hudson's defense all around him, but he said, I don't care. I'm going to score this bucket.
And same thing from Hudson, too. You're starting to see that. They just got another layup there, and most Onsted guys were on him too, so you could see Hudson starting to build up that fire and starting to get that aggression too as these quarters progress.
And Hudson with a steal now, getting more aggressive on the floor.
Definitely something we are seeing being a positive in this game right now.
Yeah, and Hudson with a try from 3, but no, got the rebound and a putback, got it for 2.
It's these little points that most people don't understand, Zach, that, these 2-pointers that people always pass up for 3-pointers, and they don't make 3-pointers, but you got to make these 2-pointers, man, just because those points add up in the end. And I think both of these teams are starting to understand that a lot more. Steal by Hudson there. Beautiful interception right before it got to the other Onsted guy.
And 2 steals now from Hudson in a row. Passing the ball around, trying to get inside. He did, and that's a hard foul
as he
by
goes down.
Onsted.
He goes onto the floor and everything. Wow. This is definitely going to be an aggressive game in later quarters.
It's going to be a crazy aggressive game.
But it's going to be a great game.
It's going to be fun to watch. Yeah, fun to watch, and I imagine fun to play in.
First bucket good by Hudson.
Back in the game for Onsted, Nick Phillips.
Second bucket good by John Ladd on the Hudson team. Score is now 26-22. Hudson catching up. I mean, they've definitely kind of closed that deficit now, but they still got to do some work to get ahead.
And one by Onsted's number 24, Ethan Hunt.
Definitely someone that, the coach has told us to look out for. Definitely trying to energize the team into becoming better and definitely getting those points as we see here. Definitely someone impactful for this team right now.
Yeah, and like I said before, with his height coming in at 6'5", that is going to help him with those second chance and 1 buckets.
Definitely. Hudson with the ball now on the other side.
Trying to drive, but they can't get anywhere.
Onsted's defense is very, very tight.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're going to take pride in this game is their defense, which has been amazing all game long. As he gets the little floater there for 2.
I mean, definitely, like you were saying, Zach, I mean, defense wins games. It's all about how much you can, like, upset or get off the game of the other team. And, like, if you get them off their game, they're not going to shoot as well, and they're not going to – and Onsted has understood that, and they're doing a really good job of that. But Hudson's answering back. I mean, not letting Onsted have that much, but still, Onsted's getting it done.
And, you know, basketball is a physical game. You're going to get physicality in it, but it's also, like you said, it's a mental game. And if you get in the heads of your opponent, they're not going to shoot the ball well, they're not going to defend well, and they're just not going to play well all in all, and you're going to win that game.
And for Onsted, Will Conrad.
We are going to throw it to break here. Onsted 31, Hudson 24. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play or even what you wear. You just need to be there. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
And we are back here with 4 minutes and 57 seconds, to go in the second quarter. Onsted still leading Hudson 31-24. And, you know, going into halftime, what do you think Coach from Hudson is going to, like, talk to his team about to try and get them back on track here and come back and win this game?
I mean, I think it's a defensive game for Hudson. I mean, they're letting all these Onsted people just kind of go into the paint and get their points. Maybe not on purpose. Maybe Onsted's just a great team that way, but I see a lot of breakage in Hudson's defense. So definitely, if I was their coach, definitely try and get that defensive game a lot stronger in order to beat this Hudson team, or this Onsted team, forgive me. And, I mean, we'll see if they could do it.
Yeah, and we got a charge there, it looks like. So we're going to have a blocking foul, my bad. And we're going to have a 1-and-1 for Hudson.
Like you said, I mean, that aggression part's coming into this game now. It's getting very physical, and it's definitely going to be a game.
And, you know, physicality is a good thing, but, you know, we're not even into the second half yet, and Onsted already has, Hudson already has a bonus. I mean, like I said, physicality is a good thing, but when it gets to 8 fouls before the second half, that's kind of crazy.
Hudson with the steal and a conversion point there. Definitely just seeing that little window of opportunity and making up for it. Another steal by Hudson, pushing it down the court now.
Oh, he had the wide open three, but he didn't take it. Passing it off to number 12, trying to get the bucket, and he does.
Another bucket by Andrew Valdez, number 12 on Hudson. Definitely using his height to his advantage there.
And Hudson coming back here. Onsted needing to pick it up a little like they were in the first quarter.
Definitely. I could see Onsted getting a little tired now. I mean, the fire's still there, the aggression's still there, the plays are still there, but they're just letting little things like this slip by.
Yeah, and they can't let off the gas, and, you know.
Definitely if they want to win. Oh, Hudson trapped by Onsted.
And we got a foul by Onsted, number 5, it looks like, from Onsted. Giving Hudson a 1-and-1, which, again, not good for Onsted this early in the game. And it looks like he already has 3 fouls.
I mean, like we were saying before, that aggression part is definitely a key term of what put Onsted ahead at the very beginning, but now it's looking like a burden almost to them because they have all these fouls now, and Hudson's in the bonus, and they're getting 1-and-1 shots and amazing shots here at the free throws. I mean, was it really worth it at the beginning? I mean, we'll have to find out and see if Onsted's able to play through that some more.
Yeah, and that's gonna hurt Onsted, I think, now, because in this bonus, since they got this bonus, they've gotten 4 or 6 points here, and that's free points given to Hudson, and Onsted cannot do that if they want to win this game.
They got to be a lot more smart now that it's getting later in the game, and we'll see if they can do that. Onsted tries to lob it down underneath, but passes too far and goes out of bounds. Hudson ball now.
And again, Hudson coming back, and Onsted letting off the gas a little bit, which, like I said before, is not good. They cannot let that happen.
And wow, the same thing happened with Hudson right there. He tried to pass it down low. Too hard of a pass, went over his head, and now Onsted's ball. I mean, they have to be fast passes, but you got to make them good passes. So.
Yeah, and you can't give the ball away like that.
Yeah, I mean, those little mistakes can make up for the game in the end. So we'll see if they fit. Both teams try and fix that.
And again, Onsted not being careful with the ball. Number 44 just not paying attention and wasn't ready for the ball. And it will be Hudson ball.
Looks like there's a little confusion on the court right now.
And they were saying it's white ball, but it is Onsted ball now.
Yeah, I don't know what the confusion was there, but Onsted has the ball now. Trying to pass it around the outside, looking for something to get. Gets it down low, puts it up, and bucket. Wow. Great conversion there by Onsted. I mean, just the passing and seeing the opportunity down low. Beautiful, beautiful, conversion. 3-point by Hudson.
No good. And a travel. Again, giving Hudson a free pass right there.
I mean, you just gotta slow it down and think about the play one play at a time. I think Onsted's problem right now is they're trying to do so much and do it so fast because that's how they came into this game. But now it seems it's starting to hurt them in a way, and they got to keep that in check now if they want to be able to keep this lead.
Yeah, and now they got the turnovers and the fouls and all of this stuff that was going right for them, in the first quarter. But now they have the fouls and the turnovers, and that's just not helping them at all. They need to fix that, and they need to fix it fast.
About a minute and a half left in the second quarter, 35-30. Onsted leading, but Hudson definitely closing that gap. 37 now. Onsted just scored. Hudson's definitely closing that gap from the very beginning. I mean, Onsted came out very aggressive and very wanting to win this and break that 2-game losing streak, and it showed. But now Hudson's starting to come back, and they're starting to establish where they're going to be at the game now.
Yeah.
And they still have some ground to make up, but definitely coming back and turning up the heat now.
And both teams kind of at the same level now. Onsted's lead only cut to 7, I was going to say, but now 37-33 with 50 seconds left in the first half. Hudson making a comeback.
The real question is will they have enough to get ahead before the quarter ends?
And Onsted with another free pass for Hudson. I mean, I can't say it enough. They cannot keep doing that.
Definitely. I mean, it comes down to you gotta know the basics and get those down before you can start doing any of this more fancy stuff or start thinking farther ahead. Worry about one play at a time. Make sure they're good passes. Make sure they're good shots, and you'll win. But Onsted's running so fast right now. Their heads are running so fast that I don't know if they're actually thinking about that right now.
Yeah, as the clock winds down to 12 seconds left in the first half. 10, 9, 8, Clock winding down.
Onsted
Number
keeps
11
passing.
takes a shot, no good. 3 seconds left. 2-1, and that will conclude the first half of action here in Hudson. We're going to throw it to break here as the first half comes to an end. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Today, 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic.
That means many of the future doctors who will care for us, the engineers who will build our cities, the scientists and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids.
We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone.
And every day more people support you to make it happen. Many support you. And the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education.
HSF.net.
How can I help my daughter with her reading?
Searching for help with Dachshund breeding.
Why do you not get me?
I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
Hi, I'm Hoover Brasiaga here with Zach Higgins, and wow, what an amazing first half. I mean, 33-37, Onsted leading, definitely coming out with that aggression in the very first quarter, and slowly we started to see in this very second quarter where it started to hurt them a bit.
Yeah, and like we said during the broadcast, you know, Onsted coming with 9 fouls now going into the second half, and these turnovers and all of these things not going their way now like they were in the first quarter. And Hudson, now everything's going their way with the turnovers and the free foul shots, and that's gonna bring them back in this game.
I mean, like you said, Hudson definitely coming up from the very beginning where it was more an Onsted-led basketball game. Now we see Hudson coming up, and they're starting to put starting to put their foot on the gas, starting to turn up the heat now, and making these shots and creating opportunities now. Whereas Onsted, they're starting to lose track, and I think their brains are just running really fast. That I don't know, they keep giving up very easy passes. They're not making, you know. It just seems like Onsted needs to get their head focused, and they need to get back to that very first quarter, the early quarter, and, you know, hopefully win this game.
Yeah, and, you know, Onsted, with their, you know, falling, do you think that injury in the first quarter had anything to do with it?
Definitely. I mean, Travis Hill was putting up some amazing points in the very first quarter, but he took that really hard fall when he went up for a jump ball against a Hudson player, and we just saw him walk by. I didn't get to talk to the trainer, but it looked kind of bad. He was wrapped up. He was iced. I think he's out for the rest of the game. And definitely that could have been an impactful thing, especially by putting up many points last game. Travis Hill out of the game now, and Onsted's really got to pick up his slack now. And I think they're kind of doing it, but again, they got to be very smart and very strategic in how they do this now.
We'll be back with the second half of action here in Hudson. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Connor is struggling in school. Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul. Why don't you understand me? I do. This is what it feels like for kids with learning and attention issues. Redirecting to understood.org.
We'd like to take a minute to say that Lenawee Sports Network provides local sports coverage that airs on LISD TV, overseen by our instructors and operated by our students. LSN offers live sports broadcast experience to all high school students within the Lenawee Intermediate School District. If you would like to join the team, please email us at lisdtv@lisd.us. And we're back in the third quarter now with Onsted drawing a foul right off the bat. So Hudson has drawn that foul right off the bat. 33-37 with the first bucket made in the second half by Onsted with a free throw. Now 34-37.
And Hudson coming back again. Now only a 3-point lead for Onsted. Some fancy moves there by Onsted, but it looks like we have a foul.
He definitely wanted to get those points. You could see him driving in, and he had a goal in his mind that he wanted that point. He just didn't get it. There's too many Hudson people there. Onsted with the ball now.
And Hudson coming back into that zone that they started playing in the first half.
3-point attempt, no good by Onsted. Hudson takes it the other way. Definitely a more thought out and meticulous playing style now by both teams. I mean, you could see them not really rushing into stuff as fast as they did in the first half. They're definitely thinking stuff out more and, trying to get those open opportunities now instead of just going in for it and possibly losing a turn or getting a turnover.
Yeah, and both teams want this game so much.
Onsted with a drive and a reverse layup. Points good.
Carson Davis with the basket.
Hudson swinging it around the perimeter, trying to make something happen here, but Onsted has such a good defense right now, sticking with their man.
Yeah,
that's something, Onsted has changed from the half, too. They're running more of a man-style defense. And it seems that it's kind of working, but still, Hudson players are starting to figure out how to get around their man and get those buckets.
Yeah, and again, another turnover by Onsted.
Wide man, open on the corner of the three, shoots. Bucket, no good.
And a foul by Onsted, racking up their foul total again.
Not even 2 minutes in, and Onsted just.
Hudson, it's number 33.
That's what's going to be their downfall, I think, is if they continue to keep doing this, it's definitely going to catch up with them, especially in the fourth quarter. And we're starting to see it now, kind of, but a lot better, I'd have to say, at not trying to foul them.
Basket by Isaac Davis.
And more second chance points as Hudson takes their first lead of the game.
Now 40-39.
And whatever their coach told them at halftime is obviously working, as we can hear the Onsted crowd getting a little feisty behind us.
Definitely riled up now that their team's starting to win. Again, Onsted trying to break that streak, that losing streak, 2-0, and
Harrison Workers.
And Onsted with points, getting their lead right back, but only by one with 5:18 left to go in the third quarter. And like we said before this game even started, it's going to be a close one, and it's going to be a good one.
3-point attempt, no good by Hudson. Onsted takes it the other way.
And I'm surprised they didn't call that out of bounds.
It was close.
Normally if the ball goes above or on top of the backboard, that's right where the out of bounds line is. So that should be out of bounds, but they did not call it.
Onsted with the shot. No good. Air ball, and Hudson with the shot. Onsted picks it up, goes the other way.
And he did get fouled.
Onsted now at the line, trying to make it a 4-point differential.
At the line, James Dietrich.
First free throw is no good, so the best they can do is make it a 2-point difference, so that all Hudson can do is take a 1-point lead if they do get a 3-pointer.
James Dietrich at the line right now, going for a second shot. No good, comes a little short, and on the floor, Onsted and Hudson players, but Hudson comes out with the ball.
And like we said, Hudson is being more aggressive in the second half of this game, and that's what they need to do.
Yeah, it seems that Onsted has kind of burned out in the first quarter. I mean, they were very aggressive and they were leading most of the entire first half, and now we see them starting to slow down.
And they did lead the entire first half. They had a comforting lead for most of the first half, and then in that end of the second quarter, they
were just making like more and more mistakes towards the end of the second half.
Exactly.
And it looks like it's kind of carrying over now to the third quarter right now.
Yeah.
Hudson will inbound the ball now. Good help defense by Onsted right now. Gets the ball down low and the bucket. Good by Isaac on
double
Hudson.
Team by Onsted, but it doesn't matter with his size. He can get anything he wants down there.
Onsted lost the ball, but it was out on Hudson, so it will remain Onsted's ball down here. Ooh, amazing save by Hudson, but it goes right back to Onsted players. I mean, that was an amazing attempt to try and save the ball, but...
And he almost fell out of bounds.
Again.
Saved it, but then it will be out of bounds on Onsted. Hudson ball.
I noticed a lot more that Hudson's starting to be a lot more thoughtful of their passes and a lot more articulate with passing. Not just passing just to pass, but there's like a purpose with each pass they have, trying to create a new opportunity or drive. Amazing kickback. Shot, no good. Onsted rebounds, and they're headed the other way. Less than 3 minutes left. Good block, but still, Onsted ball goes up out on Hudson, and the ball will stay here with Onsted ball.
Good job, James.
Beautiful pass by Onsted. Tries to go for the layup, but no good. Hudson grabs the rebound and heads the other way.
And like you said before, Hudson being more mindful of their passes, making sure that they don't turn the ball over with the 1 point lead that they have, trying to keep it and hopefully add to it as,
They get that second chance. Goes for a three. No good.
Looks like we have a foul.
Onsted inbounds the ball, and now they're headed down. Onsted drives, goes up for a layup, no good, but rebound Onsted. Another shot attempt.
By number 1 from Hudson. They get the ball back, passing it around again, trying to, it looks like, get something on the inside as they have for the past couple of possessions. Trying to get it to that number 35 down low for those easy points.
Good drive off the glass and nothing but a rebound by Onsted. Down the other way now. Onsted around the perimeter, trying to pass it around.
Trying to find something here, but this Hudson defense is locked down right now.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty amazing what they can do with the 2-3 defense. I mean, they're still in that 2-3 defense that they were in.
As Hudson gets a much-needed three right there. Sorry, my bad. Onsted gets the much-needed three right there to take the 2-point lead with 46 seconds left in the third quarter.
42-44, Onsted leading now. Can they hold on to this and keep doing this in the fourth? We'll find out.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, are they gonna keep up this, the mistakes? Are they gonna, give away this game, or are they going to step it up? Because they know that they need to win this game to, you know, be competitive throughout the rest of the season.
Definitely. I mean, I think Onsted has the capability of winning this game and keeping this lead that they have. They just have to be mindful, such as Hudson is. Hudson's very mindful with their passes and what kind of shots they take. If Onsted were to have that mindset a lot more than what they have right now, I think that they have a really good chance of winning this game right now. And they have the lead right now, so it seems like they're trying to change that for the better.
Yeah, and with 15 seconds left, 12 seconds now, Hudson passing it around, trying to get something. With 7 seconds now, trying to get some shot off. 3, 2, 1. Looks like we got a foul with 1 second left. It will be Onsted ball.
With 1 second, what can they do here, Zach? I mean,
it looks to me like they're just going to take the pass and go for the long shot.
He shoots it up, past half court, no good. We are at the end of the third quarter. Going into the fourth quarter, 44-42. We'll be back. LSN Varsity Basketball.
Huntington. Every proper bear knows that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats.
Oh, really? I just did what any bear would do.
So know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size.
I like it.
To learn more, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, where's that bear? Got your personal references, high school diploma or equivalent?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
It's right there.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
And before we get into this fourth quarter, we would like to thank the Janelle Corporation, owners of the 2 McDonald's locations in Adrian and the one in Hudson, for their donation to our crew. A special thank you to the owners, Mike and Rusty Bodman, and the regional manager, Sue Bailey, for helping keep our students fed.
We're back in the fourth quarter. 44 Onsted, 42 Hudson. Onsted having that lead at the beginning, then losing it kind of part way through the third quarter, and now having it back. Is it a big enough lead where they can feel comfortable? No, but they have to work for this now, and we'll see if they can hold on to that lead, or if Hudson can just take it from them.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not like they have, I know, yeah, they have the lead, but it's not a comfortable lead. If I was a Hudson coach, I would not be satisfied with a 42-44 lead. I think if they're going to be satisfied with the lead, they need to build it up a little bit.
Definitely. Now Hudson with the ball coming down, trying to make something happen here. Down 2 points. Again, we see Hudson passing it around the outside, very meticulous with their shots, and a three-pointer. Josh from Hudson, amazing three-pointer. He saw his opportunity and he just decided to take it, and that's what I like about Hudson, is that they wait for the opportunity to happen, and it definitely pays off right now.
He took the lead, but now it's taken from them. 46-45 Onsted, and this is just going to keep going back and forth and back and forth.
Down to the wire.
Down to the wire until that clock hits 0.
Definitely, and it's going to be what team wants it more and is very articulate about it. I mean, Hudson right there with another beautiful shot, waiting for the opportunity, and a steal now on the other side, taking it back down to try and get a bigger lead.
Thought about another 3, but didn't take it. We got a man open, but he didn't take the 3 either. Trying to pass it around. They do have the 2-point lead. Decides to take it this time. Did not get it. The rebound by Onsted, and we got a foul by Hudson.
Those fouls are coming because these players are being very aggressive, and that's not a bad thing. They're wanting the ball for their team so they can score more points. I mean, what teammate doesn't want that? But it's just they're being so aggressive sometimes that these fouls are coming into play, and we'll definitely see if that impacts them later on here in the fourth quarter.
And now Hudson with the 2-point lead. We'll see if Onsted can tie it up here. No, but we have a foul on the floor. Onsted ball. And now that will be Hudson's 6th foul.
We'll see if Onsted's able to take advantage of this opportunity right here.
And take the lead back.
Oh.
Got a kick ball violation here by number 10.
Out of bounds on Hudson. Onsted's ball again. Onsted with a deep pass behind the half-court line. Trying to slow it down a bit, it seems.
And, you know, they got to make this possession count, because if they let Hudson get the ball, they can take a 3, they can take a 2, whatever. But
and extend their lead.
And extend their lead, exactly. And then it's just going to be harder for Onsted to come back.
Hudson with that rebound and coming back the other way now. Again, being very patient and very watchful of the opportunities coming. Another 3 by Hudson. Wow. They are seeing these opportunities, Zach, and they are nailing them down. Hudson is definitely taking advantage of every opportunity they get. Another shot by Onsted, no good. Rebound by Hudson, back the other way now.
And it looks like Hudson is starting to run away with this game with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left. Passing the ball around, getting it to the inside. Takes the shot, but he is fouled. He got blocked, and he got blocked hard.
Yeah, but he went down, and he got that foul. So now he has an opportunity to get these free throws. And if he converts them, that's going to put Hudson in a bigger lead and possibly even a more comfortable lead for them.
Yeah, and if they hit both these free throws, that would bring them to a comfortable lead, just like you said. And all they got to do is lock down their defense, and they seal this game.
Andrew Valdez makes his first shot.
Harrison Worker back in for the Wildcats.
Second shot attempt. Doesn't make the second one, but there's another foul. Hudson player goes down, and the ball looks like it will stay here.
It looks like that was an over-the-back foul to try and get the rebound, but it does not pay off. You know, Hudson will get the ball.
Will Conrad in for the Wildcats.
And Hudson will be inbounding it. Quick inbound. Hudson almost loses the ball there, but picks up possession still. Starting to slow it down more. Five minutes left remaining in the game in the fourth quarter here. Hudson 52, Onsted 46.
And Hudson being conservative again, just trying to kind of waste the clock down a little bit and, you know, try and maybe stretch their lead as he gets a nice drive, but he got blocked.
There's a tussle on the floor for the ball, and it looks like it's going to be a jump ball.
And that was nice hustle there by Onsted to block that before it got to the rim.
Definitely. I think they're starting to realize what's a fine line between too much aggression and just enough aggression to make the plays that they want to make, or even block the plays of Hudson, but still not get as many fouls as they had in the first half. Onsted now with the ball coming down. Passing around the outside now, trying to get something to happen here, but takes a shot. There's a foul.
He will get 2 shots. So if he makes both of these, that will cut the Hudson lead to 3 with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left in this game.
At the line, James Dietrich.
Definitely a little bit of pressure here on him because, you know, he's trying to close the differential, the point differential for his team. And, you know,
no good. That hurts.
He's just got to focus on the shot, and he's got to make these in order to still give Onsted that chance that they want. Shot's good on the second attempt.
Shot the second, so it will
Timeout Onsted.
Get the lead to only 4. And we are going to throw to break here with 4:23 left in the fourth quarter. You're watching LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move.
so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
The odds of this boy achieving his dream in fashion? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
And we're back. 4:23 left in the fourth quarter of this game. Hudson leading 52-47. I mean, Onsted has had the lead in the very first half, and they were sitting pretty comfortably, but now Hudson's starting to turn it up in this very last quarter here, and we could see that. Definitely trying to get that win. Onsted pressing, though, here.
Yeah, and I was just going to say Onsted bringing back the press like they did in the first quarter. Try not to let the Hudson offense do anything with the ball. But, you know, it can be good and it can be bad because they don't have the lead right now, and all they're going to do with that press and the tight defense is going to make them, you know, pass the ball around and be conservative with the ball, which is just going to waste their time.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. It may be a little too late for that press now in the game, but we'll see if it actually pays off. Again, it's not that big of a lead. Onsted still has the opportunity to come back. Good drive by Hudson and a conversion. 54-47.
And now Hudson stretches the lead to 6 points. Onsted takes the three airballed, but they almost got the rebound back, but they don't.
Hudson now with the other way.
Bringing it back off the court with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left. If you're Onsted right now, what are you trying to do here to get the ball back and try and win this game?
Well, it's definitely going to be hard because Hudson's definitely passing the ball around, trying to use up as much time as they can. So trying to find the opportunity when they do pass it and just steal it from there, I think is Onsted's best chance. But we are going to throw it to break now. You are watching Varsity Basketball on LSN.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary. Only you can prevent wildfires.
And we are back here with the fourth quarter of action. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this game. Hudson leading now 54-47. And we were talking about it before, but what is Onsted going to do to get this lead back and win this game? Because, you know, they're going to have to be competitive for the rest of this season.
It looks like they're trying to be a lot more aggressive now, but I don't know if it's too late. They got to focus on their offensive game and try and get that down because the points are what matter right now. Good drive, but still no conversion. That's something that Onsted's got to work on. Those layups and those jump shots, they got to connect with those because Hudson's definitely connecting right now. But it looks like Onsted's not doing it as well.
And it looks like Hudson's starting to run away with this game, stretching their lead to 8 points.
Hudson now passing the ball around, a signature we have saw in the second half very often, where they're just passing it around, running the clock down, and only taking the shots that they want and that they see are good opportunities, not forcing any shots, not giving up turnovers and stuff like that, but definitely being very meticulous with the shots they take, you know?
And I think that's the game plan right now for Hudson because they only have 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this game. So, I mean, there's not much to do.
And for Onsted,
except run the clock down and
exactly.
try not to give it up as much.
run the clock down, pass the ball around, try not to give Onsted the ball. And now 2 shots coming up. No, we got a 1-and-1, sorry.
By Carter Nofer. First shot. No good, and Onsted will get the ball and go back the other way now. Good pump fake with the 3-shot, and it's good by Onsted's number 5, James Dietrich. I mean, we've heard that name a lot this game because he's been doing so much. But we'll toss the break right now, and we'll be back with varsity basketball on LSN.
The bear climbed over the mountain, the bear climbed over the mountain, the bear climbed over the mountain, and what do you think he saw? What do you think he saw? What do you think he saw? The bear climbed over the mountain, the bear climbed over the mountain, the bear climbed over the mountain, and what do you think he saw?
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
And we're back with 1 minute, 30 seconds left. 56-50, Hudson leading. Hudson ball. I mean,
looks like it's Onsted ball.
Now Onsted ball. Yes, forgive me. Onsted bringing it in.
And they got that 3 before Hudson took the timeout, and that's what they're going to have to do with Hudson having the 6-point lead, but a travel, and that is costly.
Again, Onsted, I think their minds are running too fast that they can't even, they're not even getting these basics down. I mean, they just got called for a traveling foul, and it's a turnover. Hudson ball now going the other way. That is very costly with a little over a minute left and down by 6.
And it looks like Onsted now going with the fouls, trying to
stop the clock.
Yeah. And hoping that Hudson misses their free throws. And, you know, if they're locking down these free throws, that might be the game.
John Ladd with the first bucket. Beautiful. It's a 1-and-1 shot. Can he make the second one to even extend their lead? Second shot is good, and now Hudson is up even more.
And he's been pretty locked down this entire game. He hasn't let anything up. Hudson now with the 8-point lead, almost got the steal, but no. Onsted got the ball back, but blocked by number 12, Anthony Valdez. And I think Hudson has this bag. It has this game in the bag.
I think so too. I mean, from the looks of it, it looks like Onsted's just trying to foul them to stop the clock and stop them from running. But
John Ladd line for the Tigers.
I think what really hurt Onsted was their fouls, their excessive fouls, and they didn't have any patience like Hudson did. Hudson definitely has patience, and waiting for the correct opportunity. Here we have the first shot. Good on the first shot by John Ladd again. He's been making amazing free throws right now, and Onsted's got to find someone else to foul. Second shot, good. Wow. Onsted extends their lead to 10 points with 50 seconds left in the game.
And as Hudson looks like they're going to come away with this game. Onsted has their next game against the number 1 seed in the LCAA, Hillsdale. What are they going to have to do next game to break this now 3-game losing streak?
Timeout, Tigers.
I mean, a lot is going to have to change. But we'll talk to that after break. So you're watching Varsity Basketball on LSN.
You know what I think? I think you forgot to lock your door. A lot of people do that. They forget. It's too bad because all crime needs is a chance. Don't give it the chance. It's my job to teach you to protect yourselves. Make it your job to learn. Write to Box 6600, Rockville, Maryland. Oh, and one more thing. Lock your door and take a bite out of crime.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
And we are back here in Hudson with 35.4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hudson coming away with this game 60-50. And, we're going to see if they can add on to that lead, that 10-point lead in this last 30 seconds.
And, I mean, like you said, Onsted, they had such a good first quarter. They were very aggressive. They were leading the entire first half. What happened?
I mean, I think that injury got into their heads. They got tired, I think. Their hustle faded. Their defense faded. Everything kind of faded into the second half, second quarter even.
And the injury you're talking about, Travis Hill, we saw him go down early in the first quarter, and we saw him at halftime wrapped up with ice and walking with the trainer. I mean, that can't be good. We definitely knew he was out for the rest of the game, but definitely looking to see how long he'll actually be out because, from what I know and what I talked to the coach with at halftime, is he's a real good team player, scoring a lot of points and just very valuable to that team. So.
And we'll see how long he's out for. Hopefully not too long, as we have 17 seconds flat on the clock in this fourth quarter.
Drew Mary with the first shot, and it's good. It seems like everybody on this Hudson team can make their free throws. So it doesn't seem that Onsted, with now down by 11, with 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter, seems like Hudson's taking this one.
And if we could talk about last game, we're seeing the same thing happen in this game. They made 10 free throws in overtime, and that's the same thing's happening here. They're making every free throw that they encounter.
Definitely. Onsted really doesn't have any answer to what Hudson's doing now. 5 seconds left, and it looks like Hudson will take this game 62-50. Almost had a last shot there off at the end. 62-50 is the final score, with Hudson being your winners.
It was a great game, great fight up until the end, but Hudson just out-hustled and outplayed this Onsted team.
Amazing. I mean, Onsted had a great first half. But I feel like after that halftime, Hudson came back real focused, real articulate in their passes, and very focused on what they wanted to do and knew where they had to go and get those points. And it was those little short mess-ups that Onsted had with not making shots or not making passes that gave Hudson the opportunity to come back from down in the first half to now winning 62-50.
And so that is the end score, 62-50. We are going to throw it to break. We're watching High School Varsity Basketball only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
I'm here with John Ladd, who had an impressive game today, at the end having 19 points. John, that first half kind of was very interesting, but then that second half, you guys came out very articulate in your shots and your passes. What did Coach talk to you about in the locker room?
Well, Coach just said that we need to take care of the ball. We turned the ball over a lot in the first half with their press. We came out flat, and they were ready to play, and we were not. And yeah, that's good. Definitely.
So you at the end of the game, you had 19 points. What were you trying to do on the offensive and defensive side that personally you felt was amazing?
Well, I was just trying to make my best difference out on the court, Made sure I hit my free throws at the end because free throws always make big time game difference. Jeez. And just just try to help my team win, do whatever I can.
And actually, your next game is against Erie Mason, and it's your homecoming game. How prepared do you feel for that game coming off this win?
We feel we're gonna get ready for practice tomorrow. We have to be ready to play them. We had a pretty good game with them last game, and they're a good team. They have some really good shooters, and we have to be ready.
Thank you, John Ladd. Stay right here. Zach will be back to talk with Hudson's head coach right after this. You're watching High School Varsity Basketball, only on LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
You're doing great. We're going to try this again, okay?
Okay.
Wheels, pedals, handlebar, brakes. Sit up straight, keep your weight in the center, keep your eyes on the road, hands on the grips, button the seat. If we feel ourselves falling, what do?
Just keep
pedaling. Good girl. Now remember, it's all about balance and steering. Steer with your hands, steer with your body. Steer into the corners and you stay out of trouble. And the bell's your buddy, so go ahead and ding that. All right, you ready? Here we go. Pedal, honey, pedal. There you go, you're a bike rider.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
The odds of becoming a successful NASCAR driver, 1 in 125 billion. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism, 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
I am here with the Hudson coach. You guys played a heck of a game.
Well, we played a really good second half, and really the second quarter we got back in the game and finished out the half down 4, and we just didn't play well the first half. But the second half, we really guarded them. They scored 37 the first half. They only scored 13 points the second half. So our defense kicked in, and we started making some shots, and it was a real good comeback win for us.
What was your message to your team at halftime to get them going in the second half?
Well, we really pride ourselves on being a pretty good defensive team. So we weren't very happy with our defensive effort the first half, and then we got some energy going the second half. And I just thought, we really had a good offensive and good defensive half the second half of the game.
And you said before the game that you were looking for a lot out of John Ladd, and obviously he came through. How do you feel about how he did tonight?
Well, he really picked us up. When they went to their zone late in the game, he hit some big threes. He was active on the boards, both on the offense and defensive end, and then he made free throws, and we wanted to get the ball in his hands late because he's a very good free throw shooter.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
For the entire Lenawee Sports crew, I'm Zach Higgins saying thank you for watching this evening. The Hudson Tigers win it tonight, beating the Onsted Wildcats by a final score of 62-50.
In our next broadcast, the Lenawee Sports crew finds themselves back on the mat as Michigan kicks off wrestling's postseason. LSN will be in Blissfield as 3 Lenawee County schools try to bring home a Division III district championship. Want to see if we're coming to your town? Get connected to LISD TV on Facebook and Twitter for LSN's broadcast schedule. Also, check us out on YouTube and subscribe to LISD TV's channel to watch our other full game broadcasts. This has been a presentation of LSN, your home for Lenawee Sports.
Davis bounced it off his head, and I don't think that was an accident.
You've got a tie atop the LCAA standings. Count that baby in a foul. The first time they've been there in 61 years. Morency is going to the President's Center.
And I think this is pretty much over.
Blissfield Royals, district champions.